We have to come clean. We are not in Alaska right now, even though it's snowing.
We're actually in Canada, and this is what we're doing.
The Alaska videos you're watching were actually filmed at the end of last summer. Let's explain. Welcome to the Great Siberian Sushi Run. We explore remote places, real history, and landscapes few ever see. Subscribe to come along for the ride. So the footage you're seeing is actually real. Like, we had such an amazing time. We cruised all through northern British Columbia. We actually didn't cross into Alaska until October. So we're coming down the Portland Canal on the American side, and I am trying to clear through the CBP Roam app right now and do the forms and everything required. But we're passing a really cool pictograph that Trent from the whale watching company in Prince Rupert told us about. And it's supposed to be one of the faces that you see around here. So we're gonna go up to the cliff as close as we can, because we can't anchor because we're not cleared into the States yet, and see if we can find this pictograph. It all depends on Blaine's driving. You got this? Okay. You see the face right there? Right by where the tree comes out. That's kind of cool. So way back when, someone came up here, they climbed up there and they drew that. I wonder what it means. Supposedly it's a face. I don't think it's a face. I don't know. We are trying to clear into the United States right now. We're actually on the United States side of the Portland Canal. So we are in the United States. And what you have to do is fill out the CBP Roam app. Now, I filled out all of our passports, clearance numbers, information from the boat. Like, I have everything written down in a binder, which you have to do. Blaine and Izzy both have American passports. I've got a Canadian one. I filled everything out on our app. So we're putting it in as arrival 1114412, and our status is pending. What they're doing is they check to make sure that this phone is actually in the United States. Everything is clicked through our Starlink right now, so I'm really hoping this works because we can't make it to Ketchikan tonight. It's just too far. Also, my phone isn't working as a phone right now, if that makes sense. So we're pending. Oh, the joys. So this is different. Usually we get a phone call, but it is a government shutdown right now. It is October 10th that we're coming in. So usually we get a phone call, so I was a bit worried about that because my phone isn't working, but we just got approved. We're in the United States. I think it helped that we had verified traveler numbers. So yeah, thank you for using CBP Roam app. Right? So the last video they saw, we were in Barnard Bay looking at the shipwreck. Oh, what's after that?
Oh, we have lots. We've still got Antiochs and Kitsault.
You know what I think the next video is? Ethelda Bay. You gotta tell them a bit about that.
Ethelda Bay was pretty amazing. That was kind of the outside islands. I think it's the Estevan group is where it's at. Amazing place. It was an old abandoned radio station something or other that was there. Yeah, and it's they still had everything there. If it's a Tandy 1000, I'm gonna shit myself. It is a Tandy 1000! Seriously? Yes! That was my first computer ever.
No way!
Well, it's a Tandy. I don't know if it's a 1000, but look at that, Tandy! They had three-wheelers and...
the old boardwalk that was pretty sketchy to walk on.
Super sketchy boardwalk.
I don't know how much. I got that.
Okay, I'm going first.
Careful walking on the angled bits because it's probably slippery. Yeah. But yeah, lots and lots and lots of cool stuff that we still have to get video of. It's just, there were so many cool things to see on the way up. We're just behind in the videos right now.
And that's pretty normal, right? But we are running about 3 months behind. But we have enough footage for you to have a video a week right now until we get to May. We just wanted to come clean with you that this is how far behind. I do put video timestamps on the videos, but the videos we have coming up are, we go to the outside to do some beach cleaning at a couple islands, which gets a little bit sketchy. I think we should have brought a bigger garbage bag. Look at it, it's all Japanese writing.
Yep.
This is a fish float of some sort. Hey, that's probably where I got that slime from. It was a slug.
Yeah, they'll do it.
So many bottles.
And this is only a portion of what we found so far. There's a whole nother pile over on the beach.
Yeah. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy how much is up here. We won't be able to pick it all up, but we can take a portion. We're going fishing, or I am, in Prince Rupert, where we're going for halibut and lingcod. You have to watch that to see whether I actually catch some. 55. Ooh, 35. 30, 29. Reeling.
Lingcod.
Really? Woohoo! Oh my God, he's beautiful. We've got Anyok's coming up, which is the biggest ghost town in Canada.
Yeah.
And we actually take Roxy and Ruby to shore there. So I'm pretty sure we just brought our scoots all the way up the hiking trail. They do not bring the truck up here. There's no way.
No tracks or anything.
You want to see how close we are? The dam! That was an awesome ride. I need my baseball hat.
Yeah.
That was an amazing ride on the scoots. I'm a bit worried about that hill that came down here.
It's going to be fun getting back up there.
Oh boy, you know what we need down here too? Drinks, like water, not alcoholic. That'd
Water
be
would be
dumb.
good.
And maybe some lunch down here. Wow, and Blaine's gonna fly the drone down here, which is gonna be really cool too. Yeah, we have so much coming. You guys have to subscribe. It's going to be amazing and you don't want to miss any of these videos coming up. But let's get back to why we are in Canada.
We had an opportunity come up that we just couldn't pass up. I mean, this was something that I had been dreaming about for a very long time, and like I said, couldn't pass it up. And it was one of those things where if we don't do it now, we may never do it. So we made the decision to go ahead and go for it, and we decided to go hybrid electric with the boat. Pretty exciting for us. So yeah, we were originally going to be doing this in Wrangell, Alaska. So there wasn't going to be a pause. Well, there'd be a pause, but not a backtrack on the Great Siberian Sushi Run. However, with the current tariff situation, the price that we would have had to pay extra for nothing would have been too much.
Like we were actually in Wrangell, sitting there, already had the boatyard booked to do
this
the
job.
hybrid electric there.
Yes, and unfortunately would have cost us at the bare minimum $50,000 more to do it up there. And like I said, that would have gone to nothing for us. So that was a hard pass. So we turned around and hightailed it back to Vancouver because it's considerably cheaper here.
And we love this boatyard. We
Yes.
know Steveston Boatyard. We love the place. We know the people. The group we're working with, or the business we're working with, Osea Boats, is here, which is even better. They are Canadian. So it was just a no-brainer to come back
For sure.
to Steveston.
And I don't know if any of you have been looking at the weather that they've been having up in Alaska this winter. Gotta say, I'm happy we made the decision to come back down to Vancouver.
So we left Wrangell, Alaska the second week of November after it took us 4 days to make the decision. I mean, we also had to get the Starlink because our Starlink crapped out, and you guys will see that in future videos. But we had to wait for the Starlink, and then we hightailed it all the way down here in November to Steveston.
Yep. And I will say, we've been here for 2 months now?
2 months.
2 months now. And just in the last 2 days, we've had just a little sprinkling of snow, and I think like -1 or -2 degrees. So it's been pretty nice here.
Okay, let's go show them the engine room and what's been happening in there.
As I said, we're going hybrid electric with the boat. And I would go as far as to say we're not just going hybrid electric with the boat. This project is a complete engine room rebuild. It is engine room makeover for Tangaroa. Today is a big day for Tangaroa and for Operation Silent Running. We're taking the Cummins out along with just about everything else in the engine room. These are our Cummins, Stella and Porsche. They've got just over 500 hours on them and were installed only a year and a half ago. And today, we're lifting them out of the boat. Some of you are shaking your heads. Others get exactly why we're doing this. As for us, we're probably a bit of both.
Are you having fun though? Eh?
This is a huge step toward the engine room we've been working towards for years. We're serious about converting Tangaroa to hybrid electric, and this is where that work truly begins. The engine room needs to be empty, and the slate needs to be clean.
I can't believe we're doing this again.
Everything has come out. Every bit of wire, I mean, you can see some wires in here behind me, but all of those are going to be put back into the panels when we do new panels. These are just the bare necessities to keep the boat up and running because we're still living on board during all of this. But yeah, as you can see, we've cleaned out the engine room, had steam cleaners in here. We've pulled all the panels off. We pulled the generators. We pulled the engines. Old 57-year-old wiring we've pulled out of the boat. And water makers, you name it, literally everything. And this entire engine room, top to bottom, front to back, is getting completely rebuilt. We're doing new insulation, we're doing new wall panels, we're doing another wall partition here, currently looking at 4 generators, a big, huge battery bank. So this isn't a small project. This is massive. And quite frankly, I'm super excited to see how this all turns out. Now, for those of you who don't know what hybrid electric is, we're not just going pure electric. That's not a possibility for the kind of traveling that we're doing. The hybrid just means we're going to have diesel generators, so we'll always have power based on our fuel, and electric motors driving the shafts, and a big battery bank. What this allows us to do is cruise quietly, extended times on anchor without ever having to run a generator, efficiency benefits for our type of cruising, the ability to use solar for power as well, not necessarily directly when we're cruising, but if we stay somewhere for a while, we can top the batteries back up again. So it just really makes sense for us and the type of cruising that we're doing. And side benefits are, it is better for the environment. We're going to be not running engines near as much, and the engines that we're running are going to be running much cleaner at the points that we're running them at. So there's so many benefits for us in what we're doing, it just made sense.
Now I do all the editing for the channel, and I have so much footage right now of crazy places we've been. So I was thinking, let's just keep the videos going, and when we get up to Wrangell, we'll just start again. And you know what? You probably wouldn't even know that we came back to Vancouver. But for Blaine and I, and we're doing that, we're feeling a little bit, how would you say it? Like we were deceiving you. Okay? And that's what we were having an issue with. Some of you who watch the Refit channel were also getting a little bit confused on why we were putting out videos from northern British Columbia and Alaska. However, our Refit channel is in real time right now, or as kids would say, IRL, I think is what they say. It's IRL, I don't know. Anyhow, so what we decided to do is put out this video and let you know exactly what was happening. If you wanted to go see the Refit and the hybrid electrification of the channel, then you can go over to the Never Ending Sea Trial, and we're actually putting out 3 videos a week, and we're going live every Monday on that channel. So we are actually in real time there. This channel, though, we have so many cool places that we recorded and we want to share with you that you're still going to get the videos out. However, of course, they're going to be like 4 months behind. So please don't persecute us for that. It's just reality of what happens, and I will put the date on each video of when we were there. Now, we are very excited about this project, and it's a huge project, and it's actually letting Blaine have his dream engine room and me have a quiet boat. Can you just imagine cruising along, 9 knots for a couple hours with no sound?
On a powerboat.
On a powerboat. It's going to be amazing. What's also really cool about this is because we're doing it in real time, it is crowdfunded, and the people who are coming to our lives or watching it on YouTube are actually giving us suggestions that are absolutely amazing. And because it's in real time or like IRL, we can actually implement those suggestions.
We've had a couple of really good ones as well. Like we're replacing the beams in the engine room, the main support beams for the floor, and doing aluminum beams with them. And we've had people say, you know what, you're doing aluminum beams, why don't you incorporate the gantry into the beams on the engine room? That way they're always there. If you have to move batteries around or generators around, you've got beams there that can do that. And quite honestly, that was pretty brilliant, because now every time I have to do something like what we're doing now, I have to build gantries in the engine room. So that would make my life a lot easier.
And the other suggestion was these.
Oh yeah, making the hatches where they're actually a hatch rather than a panel that gets bolted in and sealed up. That way, if we have to get in there later, it's easy to just unlatch and open them up rather than having to cut 5,200 and get
Same
in
as
there
the
that
flooring,
way.
also keeping the
Same as the
hatch
floor.
through the floor. So it's really exciting. Again, like I explained, it is a crowd-funded project. Blaine and I are paying for this project ourselves with the help of you. So everybody is coming in as Patreon or on our website, on our membership, on our YouTube members. We've had donations. We've got the wall of power, which is so cool, where people can
That's a good
actually
one.
put their names up in the engine room permanently. It's always going to be there on a plaque, your name and whatever else you want to put on this plaque. And we've got some
Within reason.
I know.
Within reason.
No penis drawings. And we've got some really exciting stuff planned. So if you want to be the first to know about the exciting stuff with the Refit channel, please head over to our website and sign up for our email updates. Now you're probably wondering what is happening with the Great Siberian Sushi Run, because that's why you're on this channel. You're kind of following us along. Well, it's paused because Blaine is getting
A new engine room.
his dream engine room, which is going to be so cool.
Can't wait.
I know, it's going to be so nice to be hybrid electric too and be quietly cruising the waters. But the plan is we are going to be back to Wrangell as soon as this is over in probably May or June.
Yep.
And then we're going to continue north up through Alaska, up to Kodiak, across the Aleutians, and we are crossing to Japan in August.
Now, have no fear. All of the great videos you guys have been watching are going to continue because we've got a backlog that we still have to get through. So have no fear. You'll still get them.
So subscribe, because there's some amazing videos coming out, some amazing places, lots of really cool abandoned places. And also, if you want to see the hybrid electric build, head over to our other channel, The Never Ending Sea Trial. So no, we are not in Alaska right now,
We're here with an empty engine room.
but this is going to be really cool. We've got some exciting things coming up, and if you want to be a part of it, head over to our website and sign up for our email updates. That's where we'll share everything first. And to our online crew who are already supporting Operation Silent Running and Onboard Tangaroa, thank you. You're helping make this happen.